There's no problems, no dangers. Animals love you. They're here. God made these beautiful creatures for us to help and save their lives and take them to the woods, and that's what we do.
That's right.
Bill's looking for a job.
Bill's looking for a job.
Bill is looking for a job.
He's got a big gun.
I've talked to Bill about my job. All he's got to do is come out and play one day.
I don't have insurance. How's your dental plan?
That's my dental plan.
Jason would like to floss on the job.
As much as you try to stay clean, man, there's no way you can do what we do.
Jason, I'm not as worried about clean, but if I can't handle a fish, there's no way I'm handling a beaver attacking me.
Yeah.
We go through attics.
Yeah, you don't do so well with those fish, do you?
No.
We get in attics 120, 125 degrees, 135 degrees. This much room, you're on your belly, you can't turn around, you can't look behind, you just crawl forward. And you hear noises, and you're trying to find, hearing where they're chirping or where they're at. You've got to crawl up to there, get to the spot, get the babies in your possession without getting bit by mom, and back out of there, because you can't turn around in some of these attics. Get out, get on the roof, build a barricade, build a box over the hole, so mom can't get out, put a baby in the trap. She comes out, she goes after the baby, you get her. That's the kind of stuff you got to do. And he said, when was you the scaredest the most? I'll tell you when I was scared the most. We were cleaning out an attic, and I had to go down beside a chimney chase. And it was, I don't know, 100 and probably 30 in the attic. We were taking breaks every 15 minutes, Gatorade and water, because we couldn't handle it. No one would go down in this chimney chase. So I went down head first. And I had Blue, one of my other workers, lower me down there to get the dead ones out of the bottom of this chimney chase around the inside. I passed out.
Are you serious?
I passed out on the rope. Passed completely out. I was doomed. And he was trying to get me up. He couldn't get me up because I'm dead weight. He starts yelling. Finally, Jason gets inside. I mean, that takes like 10 minutes for Jason to get all the way to the spot. The two of them drag me back up. Before we get out the door, they get me out of there. Blue passes out. From heat exhaustion, both of us. We just about died from heat exhaustion. They put ice packs on our necks, ice packs on our heads, and brought us back. That was a scary one. That's more scary than the snake, the coyote, the fox, the wolf, any of them.
Tell us about the raccoons at Turkey Run.
That's when me and TJ, Bill Dean,
and Mike,
and Eric Bundy decided we're going to go for a one-night or a two-night camping trip. We're going to truck camp, so it's going to be beautiful, easy, no work. Just pack everything up in the truck. So I made a great big old batch of deer sloppy joes, which we thought would be great. So did coons, obviously. But anyway, we got there. I put them in my safe cooler, my lockdown cooler. It's got 2 locks on it, so nothing can get in it and open it. It's raccoon-proofed. It really is. And it's supposed to have been anyway. And anyways, we seen a couple, but we didn't think much about it driving around getting wood until we kept hearing stuff behind us. And finally, we went and got in bed, didn't we? We went and got in bed, and they hit us. There's something out there.
I remember getting up to pee, I had a headlamp on, and I remember my head went like that, and all I saw was eyes.
They were everywhere. Eyes were everywhere.
I think Bill encapsulated everything. I said, Bill, are you sleeping? He goes, what do you think?
Yeah, and I'd hear that. That was so funny. No one could sleep. And then you'd hear Bundy over there spinning around on his gun.
Bundy had a gun. He had what did he have, like the 44 or something?
Yeah, 357.
357.
Kept spinning the barrel all night.
Which is never good for Hip Bundy to have a 357. And us out there chasing raccoons around. And all I had was a beaver shovel.
That was great.
They got in that cooler that I said was impossible. I promised these guys. I know everything there is to know about raccoons. We're safe. They're not going to get in any of this stuff.
Other than worms.
The next morning, I told them all about the worm in the brain, how it gets behind your eye and eats your retina. You go blind, then you die. And that's only from the feces, though, not from their saliva. And they got into the cooler, ate all of our all of our food, all of our sloppy joes. So we had a.
Well, you gotta tell them that they had about this much of it, and then
Yeah.
those little paw prints. He goes, "Well, they didn't. You think we could still eat it?" Is that oh, great.
I was gonna say that part.
What do you think? Do you think we can still eat
We
it?
can eat. You guys still want to eat some of this? That's what I said. You guys still want to eat some of this? Are you crazy? Yeah, we want worms.
Rubbing the tushes in the pot.
That Walmart did not know what to think of us the next day, man. We need guns. We need lots of guns. And all they would sell is pellet guns, you know. So we load up with every kind of pellet gun they got, pellets, everything else. And then we start dumping the soup. We tell Bundy to dump his food out. He dumps it right beside our camp.
Like he did the night before.
There was raccoons. I've never seen some. I've caught a lot of raccoons. I even shot 12 raccoons out of one tree one time, coon hunting when I was a kid. I have never seen raccoons like this. I've never seen coons like this.
There was 4 or 5 fights going on at one time.
Yeah, they were fighting all around us because of the food we dumped out. And the food they stole out of our cooler. Even when I said there's no way they could, they did. They're fighting over. They were everywhere.
They're fighting for food.
So we go kill one of them up a tree. We get one of them up a tree and we're banging him, banging him, banging him. Finally he drops, and of course I take care of him from there and do a little rain dance on him. We go back to our camp. Our whole camp is engulfed with them.
Yeah, that's right.
They just used him for the sucker, man. They had our whole camp covered. It was unbelievable. And no one believes that story. That we was really, but I'm telling you, we were attacked by 30 flipping at least raccoons, if not 40.
They were everywhere. They had us.
They had us. We couldn't sleep. We couldn't eat. We couldn't do nothing.
Thank God you brought that shovel.
I did some swinging with that old shovel.
What was great is when we were peeing at one of the trees. Was great. We started picking it. He had the real good gun.
Yeah.
So like ours, we could shoot him all like nothing. He finally hit him one time. We must have put 30 BBs and pellets in. He hit him one time and things are sliding down the tree. And we realized he's coming down. We said, Brent, get your beetle shovel. He goes, I left it at the camp. I went, what? And then this thing hit the ground, and he went and kicked the fire. He kicked him in the head. As he kicked him, the thing bit him in the
Bit my
toe.
boot. Bit right through the top of my boot.
And they're just kicking each other. We're standing there like statues.
I hope you ain't squeamish.
The thing that was great when you were jumping up and down on that thing. That was great. He's like, Brent was figuring he was in trouble when he was telling Bill, shoot.
You know what I was really worried about, honestly? The biggest thing that night I was worried about, and I'll tell you the truth, is you three being upset about killing one of them animals.
Really?
And seeing me kill it the way that I killed it. That you guys were going to be upset and be all mad at me. I really was. I was
But now
really
you
afraid of that.
now you know we're quite accepting.
Yeah, now I know after the turtle incident in Canada.
That was great.
Yeah, the 22
I forgot who shot that.
I did.
He did. And then who did you
No one could hit it. And I took that gun and pop! I shot, and that one dude, what's his name, went swimming after it. Donnie.
Brown.
Donnie went swimming after it with a life jacket on him.
And couldn't never get it.
He couldn't figure out why he couldn't get to the bottom.
Well, the best part about the whole 22 story is you just go, bang, you turn around and you just say, here, and you turn and walk away. Who did you give that thing to?
I think you gave it to me, actually.
Was that before or after?
Here, you can have the gun now.
That was before or after you blew a hole?
Then the Rangers,
Bob
remember,
Peters.
then the Rangers came.
Oh, that was a
after
few
we
minutes
went
later.
shooting.
That's when that happened.
When you discharged it.
I didn't discharge it. It was Bob Peters.
You shot a hole in it.
I put it down, and Bob Peters picked it up and was goofing around with it and turned and shot it in my tent.
Did he really?
Oh, yeah, shot it. He just turned and went bang and shot a hole right in my tent. Actually, the tent you guys are sleeping in.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Thunder
why the
leaks all the time.
I told you that there's a hole in it. You got to tape it
I
up.
didn't know it was a gunshot hole.
Well, there's one other hole, too.
It's not going to come back through.
Yeah, it's out there waiting.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
Bob
shooting the
Peters.
turtle and handing it back to you.
Yeah, you handed it to me, and I gave it to Bob Peters. Actually, I put it down. Bob Peters picked it up out of the holster, and then was goofing around with it. put it off safety and shot.
Remember the Rangers came up on us, asked if we were shooting guns, if we were cleaning the
Yeah,
fish?
we told them we were. Told them I was shooting them.
Told them we were shooting our guns, but then you're not supposed to clean your fish at the side or leave your fish scraps there.
Now,
The whole bottom.
I was cleaning those fish, man, and I was throwing those
They
things
were
everywhere.
There was fish heads, fish skins everywhere. And she's sitting in a boat right on top of them, asking us what we're doing, if we breaking any of the rules. Remember that?
Yeah, I think I know they had to see
They had
those
to see
fish.
them. They were
I mean,
everywhere.
I had to have cleaned like 20 or 30
Oh,
of those
yeah.
I
things.
didn't see them. They could
And those carcasses were everywhere.
They were everywhere. They're sitting right on top of them. And the water's clear as can be.
Well, not to mention it was only 2 feet deep.
Right.
Cast like Bill on the rock, like a mermaid.
There were two big girls, man, working. Two big old Ranger girls. I wonder how they packed that canoe out there.
That was